Rabbeinu Shalom, we would like to say already a freiliche Kapitel Tehillim. A Tehillim of happiness, that everything is solved. May it happen right now. Shir Amalis Adonai Batzoros Elikros Evayaneni Adonai Atil Nafshi Mitzvah Shekem Eloshon Remiyah Beit Lachom Yosef Lachloshon Remiyah Chitze Geber Shon Nemgach Lirisomim Oyoli Kigarti Mesho Shchanti Malekedor Rabba Shochlon Nafshi Mitzvah Nisholem Anisholem V'chadaber Heimo Lamilchamo. Let's give some tzedakah and let me share with you a Dvar Torah for today. We're still in Parshas, in the subject I should say, of Metzora. It's interesting, the Torah devotes two parshas for this concept, just to show us the importance of speech, the importance, how careful one has to be, what he says, how he says, when he says, to whom he says, and so on. Only speak good about other people. Never speak chas v'shalom ill. Never speak derogatory. Never speak lashon hara. And the Torah says the following: Zois tiyeh Torah hamitzora. This should be the law regarding the Metzora. And as we said, Metzora is this person who became afflicted with a skin lesion due to the fact that he had spoken inappropriately. And the Torah says that this individual has to stay isolated, quarantine, for 7 days. And after 7 days, when it comes the day of B'Yom Torosai, the day where there's a potential, it's a possible that he will be cleansed, purified. In other words, where the Kohen will declare him no more Metzora, and is welcomed back into the community. So B'Yom Torosai, on that day, what does he have to do? V'huva el HaKohen. He should be brought to the Kohen. And as I just said, the Kohen will analyze that skin situation and hopefully will declare him he is okay. He's welcome back within the community. Why was he quarantined, as I just said? Because when a person speaks ill, when a person speaks lashon hara about somebody else, he disassociates himself from the community. He creates dispute amongst the community. He brings in an unholy environment in this community, in the home, in the wherever he is. So a person who brings in unholiness has to unfortunately leave a place of holiness. Why? Because the Jewish community is a holy place. There is no place for unholiness within a holy environment. So one has to become Torah again, and then he's welcome back. But here's a few questions that we can ask on this pasuk. The pasuk says, "V'huva el hakohen." He should be brought to the Kohen. Number one, what does it mean he should be brought to the Kohen? Why doesn't he come himself? What does he need to be brought? He needs to be accompanied. Große Jachsen, as we say. He is somebody who is so worthy that he needs to be brought to the Kohen. He should come himself. And then further, actually, he's not even coming to the Kohen. He's not allowed to go out from his place of isolation. He can only go out of his place of isolation once the Kohen declares him pure. Prior to this, the Kohen actually comes to him. So what is the meaning that the Torah says, V'huva el HaKohen? So the Rabbi gives a beautiful insight and says the following. Metzora is symbolizing a person who distanced himself from the community. Unfortunately, somebody who removed himself from the holiness of the Jewish community, physically, spiritually, distantly, he removed himself from being involved in Jewish affairs. He's completely involved in unholy matters. Says the Torah, V'huva el HaKohen. Eventually he will be brought to the Kohen, even if he, chas v'shalom, has no interest in returning to Yiddishkeit. He has no desire to return to Judaism. He has no desire to get involved once again with Jewish life, with Torah mitzvahs. V'huva el HaKohen. He will be either willingly or forcibly. What means forcibly? Encouraged to come to the Kohen. The Kohen represents the Nasi. The Kohen represents the leader of the Jewish community. With him, the Kohen, with his tremendous love, he will go seek him. He will find him. He will send his shluchim at the other corner of the world to find and bring him back. As it says, Lo yidach v'menu nidach. Nobody will be left behind, as Avraham Elfried loves to sing. No Jew will be left behind. That's what the Torah says. There comes a time, va'atem tuluk tuli echad echad, where every single one will be brought back. V'huva el hakohen. This time is now. Now we have shluchim all over the world to find one Jew, two Jews, and bring it back to the Kohen, bring it back to the Nasi, bring it back to the fold of Judaism. With this, Rabbeinu Shalom, v'atem tuluk tili echad echad is the work of Mashiach. It's happening. So let's see the final redemption, the final completion of this task, and being all together in the Beis Hamikdash.